of Mike Wilson or Tom Keane, they might be the kind of athlete that would get this race moving. Mike Wilson has been around a good few years. But, see, okay, all right, James West has thought it's only going to take 59.60s to get this moving in the right sort of territory. But you'd like to think James West would fancy his chances of finishing the top three automatically. Neil Gourley, that yellow vest, keep your eye on that, and Matt Stonier in his red vest as well, just slotting into second and third. James West at the moment happy to lead. I wonder if that's reluctant or whether he thought, I'm just going to get myself out there and get after this. 30 seconds through the first 200, so round about that 3:45 pace. Everyone else happy just to sit on James West.
Well, it's not super fast. West going through there in almost exactly 45 seconds. Neil Gourley well positioned. You know, if it's I mean, you know this, Hannah, better than anybody. If it's going to be a slow tactical race, you can't really afford to be at the back, because when somebody accelerates hard, all of a sudden they're going to grab 10 meters out of you. You won't even be aware of it because there's 8 or 10 bodies between you and them. So if it's going to be a slow tactical race, you've got to be up there in the top 3 or 4 bodies. That was always my view on it. And West, yeah, doing the right thing here. Although it's not super fast, Gourley, you're dead right. I mean, that fabulous 800 meters personal best just a few days ago, just last weekend. I think he has got the confidence of the rest of the field put together coming into this.
He certainly should do. It was a good 4th place in Oslo for Neil Gourley. He didn't go with Jake Whiteman. Jake Whiteman really committed to the front of that field and almost hung on and got super tired. As Neil Gourley on social media was almost berating himself, saying, I wasted that. I just sat with the second group and beat the second field, if you like. And then turning that round and running that 1:44 midweek was super impressive. And you see Neil Gourley for the first time gliding past James West, and the rest of the field just taking attention. Matt Stonier in his Invicta East Kent AC red vest there. He's a really good tactician. He will time his kick exactly right, and they've slowed slightly in their second lap. 2-2. They were a little bit faster than the first heat, and now they're back on par with that first heat. John Howarth just moving himself around the outside. He'll be conscious that this race is a tiny bit slow. James West just pinned on the inside here, all to fight for with 600 meters to go.
Absolutely right. Gourley, though, superbly positioned. How is it that the big names, even at a slow pace, end up being at the front and playing Pied Piper like this? You know, it's clever running from Gourley. It's just smart, simple running as far as he's concerned. But nobody else has come around him to try and take the initiative, to try and get themselves in a good attacking position. Look, it's almost as if there's an enforced field on his shoulder. Nobody wants to come past him as they come towards the bell.
We see that time and time again with athletes in form. I think the force field is a great kind of description of what's going on here. We know Matt Stonier's got speed, yet he's just not letting himself get past the shoulder of Neil Gourley. Matt Stonier's not afraid of anybody, though. He will attack in this last 300 meters. James West has stuck to his task really well. He's protected that second or third spot there on the inside, and he'll continue to do so in these latter stages. John Howarth, if he's going to move, he's got to do it pretty soon. He's not going to have the top end speed of Stonier and Gourley. He managed to weave his way through this group, just clashing shoulders there with James West. That might take momentum out of both of them, but here comes Matt Stonier. Is he going to use that trademark sprint finish that bought him the British University's title, that gave him a win at the mile at the Highgate 10,000 metre event? But Neil Gourley, as expected, he's got a faster personal best. He's got that brilliant 800 metre speed. Neil Gourley does ease ahead. Matt Stonier and Tom Keane have got time to look over their shoulder. They will be our automatic qualifiers. It is faster than the first heat, so we might see